This
Yo, it's Duff for the Cloud Chaser TV, man. We back up in this thing again, man. We got a special guest in the building, man. Chris Gotti. Chris
yeah,
Gotti, can you let them know where you from and where they can find you at on social media?
for sure. I'm from Hollis, Queens. I'll never. That's where I'm from. Um, and my social media is Chris Gotti 187 at all social media platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Dope, dope, dope. Let's take it back for just a second, bro. Like, growing up in Queens, like, what was it coming up in your era? Was it about hip hop or?
I'm old head. I'm 55.
Uh-huh.
I'm no young buck. You know what I mean? So we talking about the early '80s. Is my, I graduated high school, I believe, '84. So think about that time frame. I always go back and tell people. I said, in the hood, it was really like the movie Juice. You know what I'm saying? In Hollis, niggas didn't have no guns. And it was really about fighting. And I mean, I literally fought damn near all my adolescent years. All I did was fight. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Hollis, Queens, I
Mhm.
fought dudes from South Side. So it was just a little different. I'm sorry, I'm in a little tunnel right now. You heard me?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, so like coming up it was definitely different and you said it was like more so like the fighting era, you know.
Yeah. You had to put your hands in. 5 minutes was real. Um, and everyone tried you. So it's like they tried you because for me personally, is uh, niggas tried me because I'm light skinned.
I
As
got you.
simple as that. No other reasons. But once you once you show and prove, it's all love after that. If you understand, you put a few on their back, and then they look at you differently.
Right. Yeah, that's
So
pretty much every neighborhood when it comes to that, right?
yeah, that's a fact.
So like
That's a fact.
growing into music, like was this around the same time or did it come later?
Well, going into music again was that era. We was DJs. We grew up with Run DMC from Hollis, so Jam Master Jay would come to the crib all the time. He used to come pick me up, take me out like these clubs in the city, from the Roxy, the 1018, the Palladium, and we would just be running around, and I'll really be underage in the club, but I'm really there holding him down or making sure he's safe too. And he would always come fuck with me like that. God bless the dead. And it was just a crazy time from that standpoint, if you understand. Like Jam Master Jay, the biggest rap group DJ, is fuck like we right there. Run live right there. Like 230 is where Jay was on. Run is on 2/5. DMC's on 199. So street, 199th Street. So all of these dudes was right there. We all together. You know what I mean? It was kind of crazy. We used to go. They would get us tour bus, not a tour bus, a school bus. We would have like a big school bus, and everyone would go to the concerts when it was in New York. They would do that for all of us in Hollis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dope, dope, dope. And you know, like you said, these different people, the creation of hip hop at this particular time, coming out in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
So like what made you go in with the approach of being like rather than an artist versus being an executive, someone behind the scenes?
But that's easy. That's I wasn't I wasn't an artist. I never rapped. I tried my hand on them turntables, wasn't good. Irv, Irv, my brother, that nigga was like that on them turntables, and then he became like that as a producer. You know what I mean? And just we was, he could find talent. From the very beginning to current day, that was his gift. All my job was, as Irv being my little brother, was make sure whatever he need, I help him get it. Make sure whatever he need, I
Mhm.
help him get it. That was the focus. People always ask me this question, but really, that's the simplest answer. And if it meant don't let people talk to Irv, that's what it meant too. You feel me? If it meant don't let no one get next to him and talk to him, cool. I did that too. So they knowing, when someone's building, Irv was a visionary. He's trying to build something. The goal is to make sure he gets whatever he needs to build. And then if people constantly are pulling at him with their vision or what they want to do, he'll never get to create what he want to do, and that'll disrupt the whole movement. And I wouldn't let that happen.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
And coming with a label called Murder Inc. Like, did you catch
Yeah.
backlash with that name immediately coming into the industry?
Nah, we didn't immediately catch backlash. We got backlash when them feds came in. So I don't know if you're watching the documentary. The documentary's been going up. It's on BT, 9 o'clock every Tuesday, 5-part series. If you don't get it, go to BT.com. They'll have it online. You can watch them. Fire, right? And then that episode when the feds came in, uh, things changed. That's when the label, which is one of Irv's personal and mine as well, biggest regrets is because Leor and Russell Simmons, the niggas who owned Def Jam, we were signed to IDJ at Def Jam. And when they came in and they was like, we got to change the name, we're like, what? And they was like, that murder is causing too much problems. He brought in Ben Chavis, all of these, political people talking about that'll help the feds not fuck with us. So no one wants the feds to fuck with you. So we made one of the worst decisions probably in our careers, which was to change the name or to drop the word murder off the name, which we ended up doing it. Instead of Murder Inc., we was just the Inc., right? And
Right. I
again,
remember that time.
man, that was like, why we do that? Hindsight is 2020, but we didn't, man. Irv, like I said, he was so mad at dropping that name. I know I was fucking pissed, but we doing it thinking we're gonna stop the feds, and it didn't stop a fucking thing. So what the fuck did we lose the name for? They just didn't understand our culture. They don't understand how we talk. I had a conversation just yesterday with some of Gunna's people. Shout out Gunna. You know what I'm saying? And Thugger, hope God bless them and get through that mess they in right now. And I was talking to them and I said, one of the main things they need to do is tell their lawyer how they talk. Because I guarantee the state, and they're lucky it's the state, it's not the feds, but the state is built the case before they came in. So that means they probably have thousands of conversations. Me personally, with me and Irv and Murder Inc., I had to listen to over 60,000 conversations and text messages that the feds had as evidence. So I had to translate. I had to translate what we saying. They don't understand how we talk to each other. And I know for sure Atlanta, coming from Atlanta, is even worse than how it is over in New York. Like the translation wise, the slang that's used. So they're gonna interpret it any way they want to help better their case. And Gunna and Thug is gonna have to tell them, no, that's not what that means. This is what it means. So the lawyers could decredit anything they trying to make happen with these recorded conversations and things of that nature.
And when it comes to the whole Fed case, and in our culture, when people think of the feds, they automatically say like you can't beat them. And people
Nah,
will reference Murder Inc. They'll be like, Murder Inc. beat them. Like, what was
well,
y'all mind state going into that case? Like, did you automatically think like, what, we got to fight this, or
imagine you getting charged for something you didn't do. That's number one, right? So the mindset is like, I ain't do shit except make these fucking hit records. And you can't change where you was raised, right? The environment you're from. See, the feds look at it like, if you come from these hoods, leave everybody back if you get out of the hood. Don't fuck with nobody. And I fucked with everybody because I'm trying to show them how they could get it the right way instead of the wrong way. I would take 30, 40 niggas out, party, go crazy, spend 50, 60,000, 70,000 in the club just so they could see this is legitimate money. You on the block, nigga, you doing your 1-2 step, nigga. This is my 1-2 step. and I ain't got to look over my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying to show niggas. And the feds looked at it like, you trying to build an army. I said, no, I'm trying to do something that y'all want, which is empower them and teach them that, yeah, there's another side of life. I said, y'all should be giving me the fucking ward instead of looking at me like I'm doing something wrong. Because they kept saying, you trying to build an army. Because I had a lot of ex-cons that, came home and they working with me. I said, but everyone that, I don't hand out money. I'm not a nigga, can't extort me. You understand? There's certain things that's not part of my life whatsoever. I do things out of love because I fuck with my people. And they don't understand that. They knew for sure without a shadow of a doubt we gonna flip on Preme, all because, right? All because we're doing 200 plus million and we're not gonna walk away from that because we're gonna lock y'all niggas up. And I just knew not doing nothing. I have my faith, and I just knew God wasn't gonna bless me with something like that after all the good I do for niggas.
No, no doubt, no doubt. Definitely was blessing. Y'all came out on top.
Yeah, but so the mindset, we really was ignorant. You know what I'm saying? To all of that shit. So when it got really heavy, I had to get up to speed on everything. I'm a quick student. You show me something, I got it. My lawyer, Gerald Shargell, best lawyer ever. He passed away just now, like a couple months ago. Um, but absolutely a monster in that courtroom. And I learned from the best. And he would tell me things, and once you understand, it's like a different level of understanding. And me and him was just clicking on all cylinders, and I could sit here without no, you know, no shade to like Gerald Lefcourt, which was Irv's attorney, but the case was really about me because I handled all the business, all the checks, everything was done by me, signed by me. So that's why I took so much concern and interest to make sure that okay, I got to explain all of these things to these people because it was about me and the things I did with this person, that person. Not saying everything I did, Irv knew 100%. I never did. Only check Irv signed was mine because I never wanted him to look at it like I'm taking money, see, or anything like that. So I would make him sign, you know what I'm saying, my checks. But everyone else's checks was me signing. But if I paid anybody outside of a payroll check, Irv, this is what you want. This is what you want to do. We doing this? Yes. Okay. Boom, and then I go do it.
I got you.
You
And
feel
then
me?
yeah. In a recent interview, 50 Cent, he basically said that y'all didn't beat the feds because y'all wasn't involved in anything. Like hearing that comment, how do you
You
feel?
gotta say that again. Your
Can
phone
you
is
hear me?
breaking up. You gotta say it again.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you, but you was just.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yes.
In a recent interview, 50 Cent said on the Breakfast Club that you guys didn't beat the feds because you wasn't involved. Like hearing that comment, how do you feel about it?
He said we didn't beat the feds.
Yeah, he said that basically you didn't beat the feds because you wasn't involved in anything.
Well, I can't talk to a federal agent. He trying to get someone to incriminate themselves or say something. And again, I don't buy into all of the gossip, nigga. So niggas could talk whatever he said, cool, that's his opinion. Or, he's trying to cooperate. Like, I got statements and paperwork with Curtis Jackson, but no one want to believe it because they think Curtis Jackson is some rough, tough nigga. I never seen that side of that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him, but when I did come across him, I did put my hands on him. We did have confrontation, and I didn't get the short end of the stick, if you understand. I seen that man run from fucking Ja Rule. I seen it, but no one want to believe it because it's like it's 50 Cent. He this tough nigga. But I tell everyone, you don't gotta ask me. You could just look at history to know exactly what a person is. I don't need to do it, and I don't want to do it. I wish that man all the best. You heard me?
No,
All
no
of that
doubt.
shit is 20 plus years older. I don't have a beef with a nigga I don't know. I don't do that. That's that sucker shit. I'm not that nigga. So he could talk all he want. He does. We don't. Irv didn't know him. Ja didn't know him. How could we have a real beef with him? It turned serious because we really paid a lot of lawsuits. We did have order protections against us, so we couldn't come within 1,000 feet of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But this is what he don't want people to know because he made those moves. But it's all good. I'm not even the nigga to talk about it. I don't care. You feel me? And whatever he said, I don't give a fuck. That's his opinion. He got a right to say whatever he want. But it sounds like he getting a nigga to, he want niggas to react and say something stupid. Did you hear what he said? Say it again. And you tell me I'm wrong. See, I'm a real hood nigga. I'm really active out there with real people. So at the end of the day, it sounds like he looking. What's the name of this podcast? The
Death of the
clout,
cloud
death of the
chaser.
clout chaser. Okay, well kill that nigga already then, because that's all he is. That's what made his whole career, and he still do it. See, when you in life, in business, and you make money from or become successful from doing something, whatever it is, you're gonna do that your whole life because you know how to do it. He knows how to do that. He's very good at it. You understand? I respect that. He's very good at it. It's all good. But what he said, okay, I'm gonna ask you some. If you real about what you work, what he said, he's looking for a nigga to react. Like what? We wasn't part of that. Yes, we
Right.
was. To encrypt. You understand? He's trying to take away something that fuck out of here, nigga. You can't take away my history and my credibility by your fucking clout chasing ass shit. I'm not cool with that's not cool. But you know, there's a lot of suckers out here that might think, oh, he right. Cool. Good for them. Good luck, God bless. I wish all black men and black women the best. You hear me? I ain't got nothing against nobody. I got no problem with
Just
nobody.
one more question,
Just
like
one
when
more
he's
question,
coming
like
to
when
50
he's
Cent, like
coming to 50 Cent,
he
like
also said that
he also
he
said
thinks that Preem should have been behind him and Ja Rule at the same time. You think that was a good idea?
listen to me, Preme was managing 50 Cent. Again, public don't act like they know that. So you tell me, put it in perspective. I try to do this so people understand the lies that this man spit out his mouth, that niggas swallow and eat it and believe it. You know, it's good for gossip. It ain't good on real shit. It's not real. So it can never move me. See, I'm not my brother and I'm not Ja. I don't react the way they do to shit. And I would tell them, like, nigga, what the fuck? It's not even real. How could Preem, my OG, okay, manage somebody and I got beef with him? You tell me. You tell me how that make any sense. You tell me
Don't
how
make
my
it.
other hold on, how my other OG had managed him right after. Blackhand, Chaz, God bless the dead, managed him, and we got beef with him. You tell me. We tried to have meetings 3 times. He don't talk that. That niggas never showed up because he thought niggas were gonna hurt him. So he would never show up. Three, you strike out. That's when he was like, don't ask for no more meetings. I'll give you some more facts. Go search it. Niggas want to talk this cloud chasing shit or whatever. Go add. The nigga bought 4 beats for my brother. Or he didn't, he never got to get them. But if you don't fuck with niggas, why are you buying beats to make your album? We charged him. We gave Tina Davis, who is the running his project for him when he was at Columbia Records. We gave her a price of 200,000 for 4 tracks, which was love at the time. So they sent 100 grand. We never did no work, but out of his budget. But why would he do that if he don't fuck with niggas? He just wanted to be down with Murder Inc. He's a Queens nigga, knew we was about that life, everything. And that's it. And we with Preem, this the king of Southside. He's from Rochdale, nigga. Like, people don't understand the truth. Rochdale's next to Southside. He was living in his grandmama's house in Rochdale.
I got you.
I got you. But
And
it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, good luck, God bless, my nigga. But I'm not in that all of that fake world shit. It's all good.
And Mike Geronimo, he did a recent interview and he had said that you introduced him to Preme. Like how did you have a relationship with Mike Geronimo, and is it true what he said?
My relationship came from Mike because of Irv, not because of anything. Irv had Mike, and again, I'm not gonna sit here and say I remember I was the first one to bring him to Preme or not. So if he said it, I don't know if I'm gonna say okay, cool. But Irv, Irv had Mike G, not me. Irv is my brother, so if he had him, I have him indirectly. If you understand, if you were to ask Mike, when Mike would come around, he knows I was the nigga that was taking care of the block. Everybody over there was under me. That when he came and fucked with Irv and all the niggas in our hood, because Mike was from like Queens somewhere, like in Flushing. You know what I'm saying? So when he would come over to Hollis with me, he would see. But Irv is my little brother. Irv inherited all my niggas. You feel me? In the that's Irv was my. I make jokes or I say it all the time. In the beginning, it was that's they would say that's Chris brother. Now they say that's Irv brother. You understand what I mean? And for me, I love it because that's like I got my brother up. You know what I'm saying? I got him where he's bigger than me. That's what life is. You're supposed to empower people. It ain't supposed to be people under you. It's supposed to be people above you. That's what I do. I try to empower niggas to be above me, be better than me, be bigger than me. And Irv did it in the stature sense. You know what I'm saying? Like success wise and everything. And everyone now, like I said, I walk around and they be like, yo, that's Irv, brother. I love it.
No, I got you 100%. That's dope, especially being able to do business with a family member, especially like your brother. That's dope.
Yeah. You know, they always said, I'll give you a story. When we went to see Michael Jackson, we went to see Mike in the Netherlands, and he wanted beats for Irv. We probably got records with Mike, but we just never got them because they was unreleased. Because Irv left him a bunch of tracks that he was loving, and but Mike was he didn't realize when we fucked in. I don't know how, but he didn't realize we was family. Then while we're talking with him and we're going through us, he said, "You guys are brothers?" And he was like, "Irv was like, yeah." Irv was like, "Yeah, Mike was." The nigga started crying, and he said, "Don't ever let this business get between you." You know what I'm saying? And Mike Irvs looked at him. Me and Irv looked at each other, and Irv's like, "Mike, get the fuck out of here, yo." He's telling Mike, "Shut the fuck up." He said, "Yo, you like that'll never happen." You know what I'm saying? But Mike knows dealing with family is very difficult. You know what I mean? That's why he got so emotional when he realized we was brothers, and he was like, "Don't let this business fucking get between us."
Oh, that's
So
good advice, guys, man.
yeah,
And like Nas, like Nas being from Queens. Did you have a
yeah,
relationship with Nas, and how did you meet Nas?
yeah. Again, we Queens niggas. We be in different shows and stuff. I fuck with Jungle. His OG over there is my man Worm. You know what I'm saying? So, there was a lot of connections, if you understand. A lot of connections with us. So it was just crazy. A lot of Queens shit, man. That's all. You know, he's from Queensbridge. A lot of hood shit over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he was
So
recently
it was,
behind the Supreme Team documentary. Did you have a
yeah.
chance to watch it? Do you think he did a good job?
Uh, yeah. Listen, to me. So he got in because he's talked to Prince, Preem's nephew. Irv has the exclusive rights to Supreme, um, for anything Supreme. So we had to. Preem called and said because it's for Prince, let it go down, and that's why Irv and him got together and they made it go down. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I didn't like some of the things that I heard from, let's say, Irv. But other than that, the doc was good. You know what I mean? Doc was
Got you,
definitely
got you.
good.
Speaking of Irv, he had a back and forth on the Drink Champs, like where he had made some comments in regards to Ashanti. Like, how you feel about that situation? I know you had spoke on it. If you can give us a few words behind it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. Me personally, I don't speak on people's relationships. See, that was a real relationship, but maybe the public don't get, understand. There's so many things that the public didn't understand or they don't get. But the reality is the reality. I would ask you, you have an ex? Where is she at? Let me go talk to her. Let's see if she got some money. Let's see if she got
I think you went out. You back?
relationship.
Can you hear me? Your connection. I think your connection went out on my end. If y'all watching this on, follow the page, Death for the Cloud Chaser TV, all major platforms. Follow Irv Gotti as well as Chris Gotti. They got a new documentary that airs on BET every Tuesday. Y'all check that out. It's a 5-part docu series.